G'day guys, in this video I'm going to show you how to make this full height, freestanding punching bag that you can have in your own home. You can make it very cheap and you can punch it, you can kick it, you can do anything you want to it. It is unreal. Now, make sure you stay to the end of this video because I'm going to show you how to set up a dual punching bag platform that you can have two different types of punching bags. So stick around to the end, but right now, let's get on with the build. Alright, so first, let's go through the items you're going to need for this project. First of all, you need these pool noodles. They're about 5 foot long. They're pretty soft, but at the same time, they're fairly tough as well. Now, you'll need 15 of them. Well, actually, you need only 13 worked out, but get a couple extra just in case. They're only $1 each. Now, you also need some tape, some packing tape, and you'll need about 60 meters of cling wrap. This is fairly cheap. It's only $1 or so at the supermarket. So is this. For the pole, I'm using a PVC pipe that's got a galvanized pipe inside of it. So the PVC pipe's about this height, and it's a 1-inch diameter pipe that I'm using. And inside of it is a galvanized pipe about this long, also 1-inch pipe, and I've got a clamp, which is a hose clamp, clamping the PVC pipe onto the galvanized pipe and locking that in place. And then this can be screwed in, the galvanized pipe can be screwed into a flange, which is attached to your MDF board. So you'll need an MDF board roughly 2 feet wide, and you attach your flange using some screws on one end. In the middle of your board, you will place some weights, such as a couple of these water containers. They're only a couple of bucks from the supermarket. And that's it. Now let's put it together. Okay, first we're going to make the body of the punching bag. So I've started that here. Basically, we're going to have 4 noodles as the core of the punching bag, and then these rings of noodles that we're going to make to go around this core. Now, each ring will be made from half of each noodle, so you'll end up with 2 rings for every noodle. Alright, so the tricky part is bringing the 2 ends together and taping them initially to ensure that they stay there. So I've placed a bit of tape here. I've taped the end and then placed a bit of tape ready to tape onto the other end. So I'm just going to move it together, bring it together like this, and then use my hand to just place that tape over the top. So now that's been held in place. Now I can tape around it. Alright, well here it is, the whole lot mounted onto the core, and it's ready to go onto the pole. And then I'll wrap it in cling wrap. So next, to set up the pole. So for the pole, I'm using a 1-inch PVC pipe and a 1-inch galvanized pipe like this. And I've put some tape onto one end of the galvanized pipe, some insulation tape, so that there's a nice tight fit when I put it in. So I slide it in like this, and now I've got to use a hose clamp. So now I'm going to use a hose clamp to clamp that in place. But first I'm going to make some cuts into the PVC pipe so that the hose clamp can clamp it all together and lock it in place. I've made cuts into the pipe, and I've actually removed one of the notches, so now the clamp will be able to close in on them. So I've just tightened the clamp, and that's locked in place on the galvanized pipe. Next, I take my pipe and I thread it through the center of the punching bag body until a point that I can then screw it into the base. I have screwed the pole into the base, into the flange on the board, on the MDF board, and the punching bag is now in place. I can thread it further down just by pushing it down like this until I have it at the height that I want it to be. So that's pretty much ready for me to start working on it. But I need to now wrap it in cling wrap. You just got to be patient and work the cling wrap around the bag, like so. Try and keep it nice and tight. Okay, well I've put one roll of 60 meters of cling wrap over this, and it is pretty good. I can kick it, I can punch it. Make sure you put more cling wrap around the areas that you know you're gonna punch or kick regularly to reinforce that area more. But I'm gonna go one further. These are only $1, so I'm gonna put another roll around to ensure of high strength. Alright, so here it is with 2 layers of cling wrap. It feels pretty solid. I mean, I can kick this thing and it is really good. Let me put some gloves on and do a quick demo. Alright, here we go. So just basic jabs, feels pretty good. Jab, cross, and combo to the body, to the body, to the body, to the body. Yeah, it bounces, but that's good. You can actually use it just like a reflex bag. So when it comes back at you, you know, I can do an elbow kick. I'm not good at kicking, but you know, you might be. So you might be able to do some high kicks, low kicks. Now, if you want this thing not to move as much, just use a longer galvanized steel pipe, so that'll make the base sturdier and it will not flex as much. But I like it the way it is. Hopefully you do too. Now, all the details are on my website, fighterdiy.com. Check it out. I'll put a link in the description below. Make sure you subscribe and turn on the bell, and I'll see you guys next week. Well, you guys are still here. I did say I was going to show you a dual punching bag platform that you can use with 2 different punching bags. Check this out. So this is the platform that I used. So I've got 2 flanges screwed on either side. This is a 2 feet by roughly 5 foot platform. 2 flanges. I've got the 1-inch flange on either side, and I screw in different punching bags. Now I'm going to show you some combinations of punching bags. I've got 2 punching bags. I've got the full punching bag, I've got the weight holding it all down, and I've got a spar bar on this side. So I might start working on the spar bar from this end. Alright, and then I might come around here and work on the full punching bag from this side. So I've got a dual punching bag platform. Let's shake things up a little. Okay, that's in place. So now I've got a speed bag. Whoa, 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 whoa. So I can work on my jabs and reflexes. It's going around all over the place, but I can work around it. Alright? Alright, that's enough. So you get the meaning. Well, I've had enough of this. I want to go stronger. I want to take the spar bar off. Take this off. And in its place, I'm going to put a heavy duty punching bag, because this weighs a ton. So now I've got myself a real heavy bag. Oh. And I can work around. Alright. Alright, I can come around here, work on this one. This one feels super light compared to the heavyweight. Alright, back to the heavyweight. Whoa, nice and heavy. Whoa, that's super heavy. So, you can see what's going on here. It's a complete fighter training platform. But make sure you stick around next week, because next week I'm building another one of these. So I'm going to have I'm going to have 2 dual platforms. And I'll tell you why. Because I'm going to build some pretty nifty equipment. So make sure you subscribe, turn the bell on. There's heaps of good stuff coming up, so don't miss out.